Danny.
How are you, Jeff?
Doing good. How are you?
Great to see you. Excellent. Mate, this looks gorgeous. And it's mulberry, right?
Yeah, this is the Persian black mulberry. Here, try one.
I would love to try one. Look at that.
These are amazing.
Mmm.
Isn't that good?
Oh, that's beautiful flavors. I wish you guys could taste this. It's incredible, isn't it?
You can't find this in the supermarket.
Is that right?
That's right. It has a shelf life of about 30 seconds, and it just won't hold up.
So that's why you never see it?
You never find it. The only way to have it is to grow your own.
Which isn't a bad idea.
That's a great idea, and that's largely what Copia is about.
Okay. So it's about the celebration of food and growing it yourself and educating people, yeah?
Exactly. How to get that into your own life.
And the wine, of course.
Of course, the wine.
We can't forget the wine.
Goes hand in hand.
Yeah, yeah. So if you did want to grow a mulberry of this size, I mean, they're pretty dominating trees, but they are deciduous. What could you underplant it with, do you reckon?
You know, I could see a nice lettuce patch going on under here.
Okay.
Here we are in the Napa Valley. We're on the west coast of the United States, fairly warm winters, so lettuce would be a nice underplanting here in the wintertime.
Great idea. We used to have a mulberry when we were kids, actually, in the backyard. Loved them.
Nice,
Loved them. Lots of stains, though, which I can see.
Yes.
Yeah. No, mate, I wouldn't mind seeing a bit more fruit, shall we?
Let's check it out.
Yeah, yeah. You've got so much going on here.
Oh, it's amazing.
Now, copia, to me, sort of relates to copious, which means a lot, right? Where did you get that name from?
It's funny you should say that. Copia is the Roman goddess of plenty.
Okay, and there's plenty going on in this garden.
There's plenty going on in this garden.
These are beautiful. So a little cherry tomato.
Yeah, this is the sun gold.
Wow, it's a beautiful colour.
Some people even say it tastes tropical.
Mmm. That is it's kind of sweet but savoury at the same time.
Uh-huh.
Beautiful. Now I notice you're actually setting this up almost like a grapevine.
Yeah, it's got some similarities.
Well, how and why?
Well, I don't know if you've ever seen those tomato cages in the nurseries that they try to sell you.
Yeah.
Those are totally inadequate.
Right.
The tomato is essentially a very tall vine, especially the cherry tomatoes.
Right.
So what we've done here is we put a stake in every 2 plants,
Okay.
and we just encircle them with a string.
Tied it together.
Yeah, just encircle it with a string as it grows up, and pretty soon you have a wall of fruiting plants.
Gorgeous. So you've got more surface area.
That's right.
Therefore, more light touching the plant.
That's right.
And a more abundant.
Yeah, and let's face it, it's easier to pick.
Yeah. Good point. That's great. And it kind of keeps the fruit off the ground, right?
It sure does. It also protects them from the sun. You know, the sun can be very strong on fruit. This is something a lot of people don't realize. It can actually get sunburned.
Really?
Yeah.
A tomato?
A tomato can get sunburned, and so this will help it shade itself.
Well, this is interesting. This is kind of companion planting at its best, isn't it?
That's right. This is something called the 3 sisters.
Right.
And so essentially you start with the corn, then you plant the beans, and you see the bean crawling up the corn here?
Yeah, it's actually made its way all around the
it'll
stalk.
make its way up there. And then what we do is we plant the winter squash or the pumpkins down below.
You're actually using the architecture of the corn to form the stake for the beans. I love that.
That's right.
Where did that originate?
That originated with the Native Americans in North America here. They used this trio of planting, and they grew all these plants for storage, and they would live off these during the winter.
Wow. That is great.
Not only are you using the architecture of the corn as the stake for the bean, but the bean, as we know, in the legume family, is a nitrogen fixer. So it's actually fixing nitrogens that the corn can feed off, which is a nitrogen lover.
Oh, that's ideal, isn't it?
And then the winter squash actually acts as a living mulch on the ground of it all, and it can help keep the ground cool, keep weeds down, and they all help each other.
It kind of insulates the whole area and provides a healthier growing medium.
That's right.
That is such a great lesson.
Isn't that cool?
And it's not hard to imagine why that's been going on for, you know,
thousands of years.
Many years. Yeah, it's great that you're teaching it here, though. It's great.
Yeah, it's a fun example for people.
Your kids would love this too, you know?
They love it.
And this is a good idea too.
Yeah, a lot of the signage here in the kids' garden is very interactive. So it involves the kids to turn wheels or look inside or flip things up. And so this one's telling you what's in season. And you turn the dial here and it shows you winter and the different vegetables that are in winter. And then you go to fall, summer. And so it's really an educational tool to show them what kind of vegetables grow at what time of year.
It's ideal. And it's great that it's so visual because their little minds take pictures of this, you know?
It's great. It's very bright and interactive.
Great. And you got to have the chickens, don't you?
That's right. This is a very popular piece in the kids' garden, and this is a great way to show kids where their food comes from.
Yeah, absolutely.
Should we go see if they've been hard at work?
I would love to. I wish I had chickens. I think this is fantastic.
Let's see what they've been up to over the weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, and we do have a bounty here.
We do?
Yeah.
That's great. Look at that.
Look at this.
That's just over one weekend. How many are there on there?
I've got about 10 total.
That's amazing, isn't it?
So
see, the kids would just love that.
yeah. Again, if you love this, let me show you some of our edible landscapes.
Fantastic.
All right.
Let's see it.
Let's go.
Wow, this is huge. That'd have to be like 3 or 4 acres here. Eh?
This is 3.5 acres of edible gardens.
It is fantastic. And what, 600-700 different species?
There's many hundreds of species growing here.
It is great, isn't it? How long has it been going for?
Copia was started in 2001, the fall of 2001.
So I guess the message is it doesn't take that long to get a garden fruiting.
That's right. In just 7 years, you can have a very abundant garden.
It's amazing. So what have we got here? We've got apples at the top.
We've got a Fuji apple tree behind us here. This is a rose called Rosa rugosa. And these rose hips, you can do jam or tea. They're really actually perfectly ripe right now.
Beautiful. And you guys can't see this, but there are strawberries down here. What else is there? Oh, there's
Oh, nice.
echinacea.
Yeah, the echinacea, the cornflower.
And this is yummy. I love putting this in ginger ale.
Do you know what that is?
The lemongrass.
Yeah, the lemongrass.
Yeah, I love this. This is gorgeous. They do this a lot in Bali as well.
That's right. That's right.
And we've got lavender, which we can infuse things with, right?
Yeah, there's lavender butter out there. Someone's just told me about lavender lamb.
Really?
That sounds really interesting.
Wow. Now I'm a huge sushi fan, so this is my favorite little spot right here.
So you recognize this plant?
Yeah, yeah. Now it's not actually a basil, is it? But the Japanese call it that.
No, it's called Japanese basil. They just use it in abundance like the Europeans use basil, kind of in everything. So for Japanese people, it's like their basil.
It's such a lovely way to wrap your sushi up in, isn't it? It's just, look at that.
It's so great.
Beautiful leaf, green and red. It's just great. And you've got herbs and citrus and, wow.
That's right.
It's inspirational.
It's great. You know, I've got one more garden here, our wine gardens. It tells you all about wine. Let's go check that out.
I would love to go check it out. Yeah.
Right.
So everything we're standing in right here is supposed to embody the smell and the taste and the experience of a wine.
That's right. That's right. This is
Wow.
what we call our wine gardens.
Wow, that's amazing. So how does it work?
The way it works is in the background here, we have some descriptors.
Okay.
So raspberry, you've heard of raspberry
Yeah, of
in
course.
Pinot Noir, for example.
Yeah.
We have a cherry tree here.
Okay.
Also common descriptor.
Right.
Blueberry.
Right.
Finally, there's tomatoes, descriptor for Pinot Noir.
Okay, wow. And everything here in the foreground?
And this will all be your food pairing. So winter squash, eggplant, thyme. Those are some of the foods that you would actually eat in a meal when serving Pinot Noir.
Well, that's a good tip for me, especially because I have no idea how to pair it all together. But that's a really great concept. So you're trying to tell me that I'm supposed to experience tomato in my Pinot Noir?
I'm not trying to tell you anything. I need to set you up with a wine expert.
Mate, I would love to do that. Can you do it?
I can do it. Follow me.
Sun's going down. Let's do it. That looks beautiful.
Yes, look at that color.
That is lovely.
Really
With
nice.
the
Here.
sun going through it as well, it'd be amazing. So do we stick our noses in it?
Please, let's stick our nose in.
Okay, and am I holding this the right way?
You are. Very nice job.
Okay.
Okay. So get a nice deep whiff when you get your nose in there. And then go ahead and swirl the wine. Really just want to get it moving around. So
Yeah.
get some more
Okay.
oxygen in here so that we can release the aromas.
This is exactly what I do with water features.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oxygenate the water. Beautiful. Okay. That's very nice.
Get a little bit more of the intensity there.
Yeah, totally. Now, in a Pinot Noir, I read there were blueberries and flavours of tomato and all sort of styles. I mean, how do you find all that in here? Yeah.
It's a great question. Again, just start thinking about some of those fruit flavors. When I start to taste a wine, especially red wine, I think to myself, okay, I'm either going to be getting more of the red fruits, so think about your red fruits, more of the strawberry and the cranberry and the cherry, raspberry, or is it more of the darker fruits like maybe black cherry, blackberry, blueberry?
Right.
And once I can sort of pick the end of the spectrum, then I sort of start to hone in. What I've been doing this summer is going out to farmers markets and buying as much fruit as I possibly can and doing fruit tastings
Right.
to really sort of rediscover the flavors.
And reintroduce them back into your life again.
And it's helped me a lot.
Which is kind of Copia's philosophy,
It
isn't
is.
it? Yeah.
I'm
great.
actually able to get some of my fruit here.
That's great.
Yeah.
Shall we?
Cheers.
Okay, cheers. Coming up next, Paul Epsom visits the herb lyceum to find the best bets for your herb garden.
What a gorgeous arbor.
Oh,
Absolutely
isn't it wonderful?
And saturated with grapes to come, yeah?
And right around the corner.
Excellent. Now, we're here at Dave Gilson's herb lyceum.
Right.
Now, the first question I've got to ask you, David, is lyceum. What does that mean?
Lyceum was Aristotle's Hall of Lecture, so he coined the phrase lyceum, which is where he taught. So when people come here, we have a restaurant in our carriage house, but we have beautiful gardens, so we're here to teach people.
A herb school, yeah?
They learn from the garden, they learn from the table,
Brilliant.
all in the entire property.
Oh, take me for a walk round. Show me.
Okay.
Oh, straight away I've been drawn to something which actually I'm... I have to work on David here.
Yeah.
This is Thai lime leaf.
Oh, isn't it wonderful?
And I have yet to be able to get hold of one of these, but the flavor from this plant is extraordinary.
Yeah, the oil glands are right on the underneath side of the leaf, and with a little bit of heat, that lime flavor comes right out. It's wonderful.
It's in the coconut soups. You see the green leaf
Yes,
floating there.
yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous. And what's this?
Right next door, we've got if we've got lime, we have to have lemon. And this is a lemon verbena, fabulous in water. When we have water on the tables, all we do is cut some leaves, put it right in the water, and it doesn't have to be heated right into cold water.
Really?
Wonderful lemon
Snip.
flavor.
When you're pruning, drop in a piece of water, and then there you go. Now look at the texture on that. I mean, who says that edible plants can't be part of a landscape? And look at that.
Isn't it? I mean, it'd be one of the most gorgeous ferns you've ever seen. Yet take a little tip, and you'll notice a wonderful anise flavor on that.
Oh, I love anise. Do you not mind?
That with a little bit of oil.
But it's a sweet anise. It's not a bitter anise.
No, it's wonderful.
Very, very nice.
Right on carrots. Oh, my Lord.
Everywhere I'm looking, I'm seeing plants that are edible. And here's a classic one. Very decorative. It's a wonderful little annual you can sow in your garden. In fact, the worse places you seem to sow it, the better it flowers.
That's
it's a nasturtium.
Neglect it, and it'll be happy.
And quite edible as well. Quite
It is,
peppery.
yeah. It's in the watercress family, so use it in the salad just like you would watercress.
And a wonderful kind of arching path there. And I've got something here which I absolutely don't recognize. It looks like a wallflower.
Yeah, isn't it
Look at
a
that.
beautiful yellow flower? This is it's a marigold. It's called Targetus lucida, Mexican mint marigold. Yet when you taste it, it has the exact flavor of tarragon.
My goodness. And very, very ornamental. And here's something I do recognize because it's seeds all over my garden. It's a perilla.
Yeah, Shisho perilla.
Shisho perilla.
And the thing with the perilla, you want to make sure it has beautiful flowers to it. Cut the flowers off right away, and then those seeds won't broadcast.
Yeah.
You won't have perilla all over the place.
Everywhere, ever. Fantastic. And, oh, look at this. A bit of Provence here. A wonderful lavender garden.
Every time we have our patrons here for dinner, they all end up in the lavender garden.
You can just smell it, can't you?
Isn't it
Absolutely.
wonderful?
Well, I didn't realize it was edible. And you're saying you can make a drink out of it?
A wonderful cranberry lavender lemonade. We'll take huge bunches of lavender, we'll make a tea out of it, and then add it to cranberry juice and lemonade, and just can't make enough.
Gorgeous. I just love the way you've got this curved theme going here. And this is a garden full of basil, yeah?
And as people sit here, that wonderful basil aroma just flows right into where they're sitting.
Well, take me through some varieties. I see there's a different one here.
This is the Thai basil, has a nice licorice overtone to it. And right next door is the lemon basil.
A lighter green leaf.
Wonderful flavor, just touch the bottom of the leaves and
I've
great
got a question
flavor.
for you. I can see you've got one of these small leaf ones. Now,
The piccolo basil.
Is it a piccolo? Is that any good?
The northern Italians, they won't have anything but that. It's a very intense
So
flavor.
that's the one to get. Now, a gardening question. I don't know if I'm right or not, but I always pick the flowers off thinking, it's going to encourage more leaf formation. Am I doing the right thing?
Yeah, no, this is the best part of the plant. Take those little florets off,
Yep.
dance them right across the salad, and you have that wonderful basil cinnamon flavor.
Absolutely sweet.
Come on up here, Paul. There's something I want to show you. A very, very unusual plant.
I have to tell you, David, not just do you have a lyceum, you have a veritable emporium of herbs there. All kinds of strange and unusual things.
And this is the common one. This is summer savory that everyone has, but no one knows about this creeping winter savory. Take a look at this plant.
Beautiful. It looks like Phlox subulata, the creeping phlox.
It does, and those undulating branches, once it's in the ground, it just keeps on growing, almost fern-like.
Brilliant.
And
Has it got a flower?
Oh, beautiful flower. It has a flower in fall, so it has this beautiful
There's a plus, yeah.
preponderance of white blossoms the entire fall. It's just a gorgeous plant.
That's a fantastic plant to end on because it's covering all our bases. We've got something that's easy to grow, it flowers, it looks good in the garden, and it's edible.
And it's the secret plant. Nobody knows about it.
Well, David, thanks very much. We've only touched on the surface. Wonderful selection of plants. Thank you.
We look forward to your return. Thanks for coming, Paul.
Well, I'm not sure what could be better than having herbs in your garden. Maybe cooking with them. Here's Homegrown with Michelle Nishan.
You know, I know someone who's an absolute master at extending the season of great local produce. She's celebrity chef Barbara Lynch, and she's got this great little shop, and I'll bet this place is real plum. Hey, Barbara.
Hey, Michelle, how are you?
Wow, look at those cool
Oh my God, aren't
things.
these are great.
Yeah, amazing.
Just picked this morning.
Just picked this morning. Now, what possesses a celebrity chef who's busy with restaurants to open a produce shop?
Well,
Other
first,
than insanity.
insanity is number one, but I feel it's a great treat for just in general for the public to have access to what local farmers grow, and it's sort of just to get out of that like realm of broccoli and asparagus.
Yeah, because
And so-
broccoli is in season year-round at the
Year-round.
grocery store, but not here.
Exactly,
So,
exactly.
yeah, here we have these cool radishes. Tell me about these. These
Yeah.
are a little different than most that I know.
These are called Easter egg radishes. I eat them raw, so they're really peppery. When
Oh,
you
wow,
when you
yeah,
just give them a nice wash, give them a great rinse, slice them real thin, hit them with a little vinegar. It's great. Wow, Michelle, have you seen these? These are like
Oh,
lemon.
wow, yeah.
I mean, they look like a tomato, but once you cut open, beautiful seeds. This
Oh,
is
wow, look, it's almost like a squash on the inside.
it's gorgeous. It's lemon cucumber.
That's beautiful.
Little fleur de sel in you. You're great.
Yeah. And now we have some tomatoes here too. These are a little different. So these are heirloom varieties,
These are,
right?
yes, our heirloom. You know, every week we get different farmer dropping in with heirloom tomatoes from their family seeds that they saved. These are just, you know, delicious instead of the little vine
And you
ripe
got
that
some
we
cool
always
stuff
get.
under the glass. What's under the glass, chef?
Oh, our little jewel box, we call it.
That's
So
good.
excited when we all of a sudden have, you know, squash blossoms coming in. These I love just stuffed with fresh ricotta
Right,
or
yeah.
just, you know,
Or
quickly
just like pulled
sauteed.
into a salad or something.
Rip it
It's-
apart and toss it in pasta.
yeah,
It's a
beautiful.
wonderful way to
And
use it.
you have another cool little jewel box over here too, right? Look
Yeah.
at this.
I mean,
This is really
you
something.
know, some farmer is out there growing these little things, and I just feel like, you know, you have to display this. This is baby carrots, red, orange, and white carrots that are actually so sweet. I mean, they
They're
look small, but
gorgeous.
they're really sweet.
So where are we off to next?
We're off to Stir, my little home away from home sort of test kitchen, where we get to test these beautiful eggplants, make some salads, vegetables, try to make this taste really
Extend the season.
good. So you got it.
Wow, chef, what another awesome place. I can't believe this. Look at this. It's like a real laboratory.
Thanks, Michelle. This
Yeah.
is our test kitchen where I actually get to experiment with dehydrators, for instance, and this is what we've been working on for the last
You
month.
get to share with other people.
I do.
Oh,
This
that's
is
so cool. Now, what do we got? So we have some dried veggies here, right?
This is a healthy snack, dehydrated tomatoes with a little bit of creme fraiche and horseradish green garlic powder.
Horseradish green garlic powder.
Just another item to dehydrate.
Wow, so this
This
is,
is just great. Smell that. Be
oh, look
careful.
at it. So this really is like a laboratory here. I mean, look, we have these test tubes here. What do I have here? What's this?
This is a bell pepper powder. So bell peppers from the garden, dehydrated.
You mad scientist, you.
Crazy.
You really are crazy, but you're a chef, so I would expect that.
I know.
So then we have some more vegetables.
We do.
We have like, this looks like leeks here. right?
Leeks, fennel, eggplant, tomatoes. This is like what we call a summer pack. Zucchini and summer squash.
Wow, cool. And carrots. And wow, now look at these olives. Dehydrated olives, but here is a trick. Something's going on here that I don't know about. I don't know this one. It looks like you
Yeah, this
stretch
is-
the plastic over the
This
plate.
is a great, fast little way to sort of dehydrate anything that has a lot of water or brine in it, which is an olive. Dehydrate in the microwave for 3 minutes.
In the
and
microwave,
this
awesome.
becomes very hard.
So you don't have to have a dehydrator to do something like
You
that.
don't have to, not to experiment,
pretty cool.
you don't have to,
Yeah,
but
yeah, that's awesome.
great.
Very, very cool. Now here, I see herbs, and I know that those couldn't have been done in the microwave, so those were done here in the dehydrator,
you
right?
found my
I
dehydrator.
certainly did. it was calling to me.
Yes.
And oh yeah, and we got summer squash in here. Look at that. That's so cool.
You just put them in overnight, and all of a sudden you get summer vegetables.
Now tell me where we're going with all this stuff. I mean, this is a lot of ingredients that look amazing. What are we doing?
So to use these ingredients, one of my favorite soups that we've been working here is called a minestra. It's
That sounds like
all
minestrone.
Minestrone, absolutely.
So minestra,
So it's a vegetable soup that we're going to keep vegetarian. Saffron, water.
So walk us through the process here.
You're going to bring this to a boil, or not
Right.
even really. You're just going to start to get the saffron steeped in.
Right. Yeah.
And what you would do is just to reconstitute these vegetables is throw it in
You
the water.
just drop them in.
It's going to be about 25 minutes.
You know, I'm thinking that what you do is you're having like a drying party with your friends, you know, when it's seasonal, and everybody's like together, and you get all this work done. But later in the year, you've got these great summer and spring veggies. You've extended the season, and all you have to do is heat water and drop things in. So
It's very village-like.
Yeah,
That sounds
cool.
great.
Yeah. Can I throw some carrots in there?
Please do.
Yeah.
Help me participate.
Yeah, participate. I'm a participant. I love to participate.
So this is unbelievable. It takes 20 minutes.
Yeah,
You
20
always wanna
minutes.
definitely season it
Awesome.
up a
And
little bit.
we have some that's finished over here, right?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah.
And this
Let's
is
take a
our
look, see.
finished soup.
Oh, wow,
See,
look
it's
at
just
that.
like, for
The
me,
color comes back.
A bowl of vitamins. This is unbelievable. Saffron, beans, zucchini, summer squash, fennel.
Yeah,
tomatoes.
okay, enough talking. Here. Right here. Put it in the plate.
All right.
Wow.
You're looking hungry.
Oh, yeah, oh, look at that. Oh, yeah, see, the saffron really comes out. Oh, that smells
Oh my God!
fantastic.
Don't even. You just feel so healthy.
It's like a
smelling this.
vegetable bouquet.
I know.
Wow, amazing, cool.
Gorgeous. All right.
Can I taste? Can I please? Can I?
Can I
Huh?
put a
Can I?
little bit of
Oh
this
no! Ooh, the powder.
fun
Ooh.
Little green. This is a parsley powder, which, gives it another little
Parsley powder.
level.
Oh wow!
And
And
you're
it
good to
looks
go.
cool. That looks really cool. A little bit of
Wow,
salt,
let's try
parsley
that.
powder. Ooh, I think I'm gonna like this. I think.
Oh my God,
Wow,
it's pretty good.
that is an amazing homegrown recipe
Thank you.
that brings spring and summer into your kitchen year round. Good stuff.
Good
Thanks,
stuff, huh?
chef. More
Thanks.
food.
Thank
More
you.
food.
I love this, Jeff. This is great. It's so green, it's even painted green. And you're onto another little green idea.
Yeah,
This is excellent.
this is our compost tea brewer.
Okay,
And essentially compost tea is a liquid extract of compost itself.
right.
So let me show you how it works.
But it being liquid, it would be more available to the plants, right?
Yes, it's definitely more available as nutrients, and the microorganisms that are present in
Yeah.
the tea make more nutrients available in the future.
Fantastic. That's great. So this is like a giant tea brewer.
Yeah, it's a giant tea brewer.
So what have you got in there?
This is just compost that we've
Okay,
made
yep.
back in the kids' garden.
Okay.
And let me turn it on.
Chicken poop and everything?
Chicken poop included.
Great stuff.
Okay, so I'm going to turn it on here.
Right. And that just oxygenates the water?
And so yeah, it's all about oxygenating the water
Yep.
and teasing the microorganisms out of this basket. This is essentially a giant tea basket.
That's a lovely way of explaining
Yeah.
it. Teasing the microorganisms out. I love that.
And then what we're putting in here, this is a little food for the microbes.
Okay.
It includes things like rock dust and
Yeah.
kelp
Yeah.
meal.
Yeah, yeah.
And so these are things that they like to eat.
Yummy. Excellent.
And then I've filled up the basket with compost. I'll just
Okay.
top it off here. And in goes the basket.
Okay, beautiful.
And there you go, and that's going to brew. So essentially what you're getting is an enriched tea that is a soup of microorganisms.
Okay.
And this is a way of adding biology into your environment.
Well, thanks, Jeff. That is an awesome tip, and I love the fact that it's just chemical-free and organic.
Isn't it great?
Well done, mate. Keep up the great work.
Thanks.
Thank
Thanks
you
for coming
so much.
by.
No worries. It was a pleasure. We learned so much. It was really great. Thanks so much for joining us here at the Victory Garden, and we'll see you all again very soon. Spend more time in the Victory Garden by visiting us online. You'll find resources, tips, recipes, and so much more at pbs.org. Funding is provided by...
At Subaru, we care about preserving the environment. By building vehicles like the redesigned Subaru Forester and our environmentally friendly zero landfill plants, we're helping to keep the world's backyard beautiful. Subaru, a proud sponsor of the Victory Garden.
Now, straight away, I don't know what this is, but look at the gorgeous leaf on that, and I'm taking it is one of the edible herbs.
It is, and somebody would think it was this beautiful fern, and this is sweet Sicily. Great, sweet anise flavor.
Absolutely delicious and very sweet.
A little bit of olive oil, put that on top of carrots, and it's the best.
And it's a hardy perennial?
It's very hearty.
are PBS.
Time magazine says Gourmet's Diary of a Foodie is a fast, info-packed study in how the world comes to your plate. Entertainment Weekly says, come, find out how much fun it is to watch other people eat. From Baja to South India, discover the world, food first. This succulent series serves up a feast of cutting-edge food trends and exotic ingredients. Sink your teeth into a whole new season of Gourmet's Diary of a Foodie.
Tonight at 6:30 on NJN.
Hi, I'm Bert Wolf. In July of 2009, I'm taking the river cruising tour through France. This is a special offer that is not available.